Ooh ha 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 ha. There we go. Ooh ha ha. Alright, let's start. Oops. Let me do this real quick. Pet, pet, pet.
Damn right.
Looks like everyone's here. Huh? Is this it? Shouldn't there be more people? Oh, poor Soda.
Damn it.
Stop it. You're making me depressed. So, is it gonna happen again? The killer's among us. So true, Carl. How you doing? Among us. Among us. Gus. Gus. The cruel conflict where we must stop our friends. But once we're through this, we can go back to our right. That cool bastard said so, didn't he? He said this is the last route. We've been tricked every step of the way. There's no way we can believe that's it.
Of course not.
Why can't you believe it? The guy who's making us do all this is the one saying it.
You know, right?
So I'll definitely survive. You were rewatching at her old Lethal clips. We should bring it back. I want to bring back Horror Batch again. Lethal Company. We also should bring back Repo. Those games were really fun. I really want to bring those back.
That's right.
I'll definitely find out who the killer is, no matter what. Even if I have to pull out the full stops. What the fuck? Why are you here? You haven't realized it yet. The feeling of wanting to leave this island, thinking like that is Monokuma's trap, you know?
Huh?
What you're saying? There's no way Monokuma will end things here. He's planning something far worse. Ugh, stop trying to jinx us.
I'll pick you up.
Repo's getting a new update soon. Yeah, it is getting a new update, and that's what I was looking forward to. What was another game we were playing? No, it's just Repo and Lethal. And then I also want to like add some more mods for Repo. We only have like a couple quality stuff. There's one like mod where we can replace Skullhead, that Skullhead enemy with Shrek's head, and it just plays whatchamacallit, that one song from Smash Mouth. Everyone, you mustn't run away from despair. I finally realized after losing my power, I realized that cursing your powerless or your fate accomplished nothing. The possibility may be small, but as long as there's a possibility, you must face it. In order to become someone new, can be proud of yourself, so I will fight back.
Huh?
What's her deal? I don't really know, but she seems different before. Maybe she has a self-help book.
Wait.
But her eyes look so determined.
You.
What can you tell by looking at those eyes? Anyways, make sure you turn off. Minamaru will be annoying if he starts talking during the trial. Fine.
But
No.
still.
Somehow I understand what Mon Mi's saying, I think. Anyway, let's get going. It's the last class trial. You're right, we need to find as much we can, no matter what hopeless truth awaits us in the end. Rawr. This is the end. I kept saying those words to myself over and over within my heart. I answered Monokuma Rock. Chomp.
Yeah.
The final 6. This elevator ride. This will be the last for this too. I hope so.
Well?
Let's worry about things after we finish.
You're
More
right.
importantly, we must focus on the class route for us.
Damn it.
The killer managed to kill someone like Nagito. There's no way it's gonna be go this smoothly. I mean, I can't believe one of us was able to do that. Nagito was problematic in many ways, but he was also a valuable asset during the trials. Yeah, you're right. In fact, during the Funhouse ordeal, we were completely dependent on him. Even if he's gone, the one who survives needs to stay in the fight. We must fight. Ding! And then the door slowly opened. The bright light greeted us. Is that the light of hope or light of despair? Ooh, remaking everything.
Well now.
Well now. Woo! Well then, now that all the chatterbox Nagito is gone, there's only 6 of you left.
Shut the hell up!
And I've just fucking started already.
Hey!
Hey, this is it, right? This is the real last class trial? Yep, it sure is. So you gotta show some enthusiasm, make sure you give it your all.
Alright!
Did I tell you? He said it. This is the end.
Now then.
Let's get this trial started. It's the last class trial. Let's show some enthusiasm, kill each other. This is the 5th class trial. According to Monokuma, this is also the last class trial. That certain currents about to rise. Nagito Komayeda, the ultimate Lux E student. When I first met him, I thought he was a nice guy. He came in very cross and sociable. But his true nature held a demented thought process that was nothing like his outward appearance. He said he believed in hope more than anything else. He said he was yearning for a powerful hope that can overcome any despair. He said he will even help despair just proved that hope will never lose despair, and he said he's becoming a stepping stone for hope. His way of thinking was completely screwed up, but there were also times he saved us too. Someone like him was killed. That was the end of him. And I have no idea at all who did it, but it's so weird to see Nagito's play like that. Oh man. There's no way we can end this without knowing. We will be consumed by despair. Oh man, look at them, just those reds. That's what we absolutely have to find out. The person who finished off Nagito, the killer who murdered Nagito. In order to return the despair alive, we need to reach out the truth. Monokuma say this is really the last class trial. It's all the more reason we need to do this. I miss Ibuki. Ibuki can rest. Last one has begun. Yes, let's save. Alright, let's do some skill checking. Chico. I think that was a new one. That's a good skill though. Time limit doesn't decrease even if you shoot a Sigma with silencer. It's effectively during non-stop bait. His unpredictable death left a looming shadow of mystery in the heart of Hajime and the others. Who is the traitor? What was the clue? Nagito left. Will they be able to see the light within the darkness between hope and despair? Alright, let's try this out. Let's start. Last trial, start.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island. Oh my, Monami? My cute little sister? You're awfully quiet. What's happened to you? You've ascended the ladder of adulthood and reached the moon? Because
She's so
you're a
quiet.
rabbit? Chesto!
Bruh. She didn't speak after that?
One more time! Jeez! How about this one? This will be my final blow!
No, she's not speaking.
It's useless.
Please stop! I feel bad for Monomi.
You're right. Now's not the time for me to horse around with Monami. The class trial has started, after all. The victim this time is Nagito, who is attempting to reveal the traitor for everyone's sake. Who in the world killed him? I'm so curious.
If he was killed for trying to reveal the traitor, that traitor is obviously the killer. They were trying to shut Nagito up.
No, that might not be it.
Huh? Are you trying to protect the traitor? They didn't call out when we were in danger. Wait. Don't tell me you're the traitor.
Don't say something so stupid. There's no way in hell I'm the traitor.
Now that's more like it. Why don't you guys hurry and start arguing already?
The traitor and the killer who murdered Nagito is here, right? Are they the same person? Or are they separate people? Torture wounds, survival knife, duct tape, monochrome flash, monochrome lighter, monochrome was a count. Let's go with this one.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
So that's why he was so beat up. What were they trying to find out by torturing him? Definitely the bomb's hiding place. If so, the suspect is whoever found the bomb first.
That was Fuyuhiko.
I found it by coincidence. There's no way I'd torture someone.
Ooh, the music.
The killer didn't take Nagito's mouth to shut him up. I'm telling you, they were torturing him.
The reason Nagito's body was covered with wounds.
It's because the killer tortured Nagito.
There we go.
No, that's
First
wrong.
counter. That was a really good counter. I actually helped marry that.
Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape, so he wouldn't have been able to confess anything. If he was being tortured for information, they wouldn't have taped his mouth like that.
I'm prepared.
Already?
I just realized it. It's a trap.
Trap?
Stupid Hajime. You got caught in that trap. Like you said, if Nagito's mouth was taped shut, you obviously assume he couldn't talk, right? But that was the trap. He wanted to hide the fact that he got interrogated.
But if you tape his mouth shut, how is he supposed to answer anything?
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
Okay, never mind.
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
What?
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap. Pay attention, this is how it went down.
Spear gun race, survival knife,
First,
burn
the
rope,
killer
torture wound.
tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
No. What type of like argument is this?
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
Okay, so we got torture wounds. As if Naito was just removing his mouth underneath. One push. As if it was stabbed. Let's go with Nagito's. Let's go with torture wounds. Okay, his side will also stab.
Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut.
No, that's the wrong part.
Crap! Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location.
Okay.
Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
After getting information from him? Did they tape Nagito's mouth after getting information from him? Sure, that sounds reasonable.
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me.
Apparently,
you guys didn't get
wait is
caught
the
in the
best
trap.
thing to contradict, actually. I'll share my cuts.
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured Nagi and got information about the bomb's location.
Burn rope, survival knife,
Then,
duct tape,
after they
spear, gun
killed
gear,
him-
monochrome plushie, oil lighter.
They duct taped his mouth shut.
Oil lighter?
Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
Oil lighter. Does oil lighter have a play in somewhere? No. Fuck it, we
Pay
won't.
attention, this is first, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him,
Nope. Okay.
crap!
Shit.
Pay attention, this is how it went down. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, they duct taped his mouth shut. Whew, that was close, you guys. Thanks to me, you guys didn't get caught in the trap.
I'm so confused. They take Naruto's mouth after getting information from him? True, that sounds reasonable.
Pay attention.
Don't overthink it. I'm overthinking it! I'm overthinking it! It's clean.
First, the killer tortured Nagito and got information about the bomb's location.
Oh no, I already did that first.
Crap!
Is duct tape really the one?
Pay attention, this is how it went. First, the killer tortured and got information about the bomb's location. Then, after they killed him, allow me to cut
Oh,
through
okay, so the
those
duct tape
words.
was the one.
No, there's no doubt Nagito's mouth was covered with duct tape before he was beat up.
What did you say?
Who cares about the duct tape? Might as well settle this with rock, paper, scissors.
We don't need to play a game. It's clear the duct tape was on his mouth before the torture even began.
Why do you always side with Hajime? Do you have a crush on him or something?
Are you in elementary school or something?
You were with us when I peeled the duct tape off Nagito's mouth, right? The blood on Nagito's face wasn't under the duct tape, remember?
The blood on his face came from his arm wounds. Which means the duct tape was on his face before his arms were even wounded.
and the duct tape had a lot of crinkles around his mouth. He must have been struggling to open his mouth under the duct tape.
Perhaps the duct tape was used so he wouldn't be able to scream. Then it's like I said at the beginning. The tape wasn't for torture.
So-
it was to keep his mouth shut.
Oh, okay. So in my mind, it was the reverse.
However,
That's why I was like so
if they
confused.
wanted to seal his mouth, they did not need to hurt him with such ferocity.
They probably had a deep grudge against Nagito.
Then, are you saying the killer was trying to make him suffer? If so, it's friggin' crazy. Did they go psycho or something?
No, they didn't just go crazy. Whoever did this must be one crafty bastard. If not, they wouldn't have taken the time to set fire to the crime scene and destroy all the evidence.
The warehouse fire was for destroying evidence?
We can't think of any other reason.
But who could have done that? When the fire occurred, everyone in this room was gathered in front of the warehouse.
Yeah. And right after I opened the warehouse door, the flames started burning from the very back.
Which means it is plausible to think that nobody here set the fire.
The killer isn't one of us. But that's not the case, huh? I mean, it's wishful thinking.
Even if it was only a coincidence, the timing was just too perfect.
Based on the pattern up until now, we should suspect that some kind of setup was used for this.
Some kind of setup? Like what?
I do not know that, but that has been the pattern before.
That's our Miss Sonia. You have such an amazingly high intellect.
Bruh.
Alrighty then. Let's think about this based on what Miss Sonia thinks. Is that okay?
Damn right it is!
Damn right it is. Reason for the fire, huh? They're right, we need to clear that out first. Torture room, burn rope, survival tape, multiple push, oil lighter.
The direct cause of the fire was
Only me's all the way in the back.
the oil lighter found at the crime scene, right?
Yeah.
The killer used some kind of setup. He lit the curtain on fire with the lighter.
Some kind of setup?
Oh, it's the
Did they
dominoes.
use the oil as an improvised fuse?
They probably just threw the lighter.
Based on the shape of that oil lighter, it can stand upright while the flame is lit.
If they tipped over the lighter in some way, it could have ignited the curtain.
Some way?
Dominoes.
Maybe they used invisible thread.
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused intense wind pressure to tip over the lighter.
So the opening, I think it's the opening door part.
The direct cause of the oil lighter found at
The killer used something, lit the curtain on.
some kind of setup?
Did they use the oil?
They probably just based on the shape it can stand
Da, da, da,
up
da, da, da,
Tipped
da,
over,
da,
it
da,
could have ignited.
some way?
Maybe they used invisible
There should have been a way to tip it over with sound waves.
Or perhaps opening the door caused.
There we go.
I agree with that. I also agree that opening the door is what started the fire.
Just as I thought, it was the wind pressure. A dust devil blown here from glorious Japan.
No, not wind pressure. They probably used the Monokuma panels. A huge number of tipped-over Monokuma panels were found at the crime scene, right? It looked like they were scattered everywhere, but some were laying on top of each other in a single line. Just a single line leading from the warehouse door to the fire's origin.
Does that mean anything?
The killer probably arranged those Monokuma panels to create a domino effect.
domino effect. You mean those tiles kids play with by lining them up and tipping them over?
In place of those tiles, the killer used the Monokuma panels. So when we opened the warehouse door, the first panel toppled into the second. And from there, they fell like dominoes until they reached the lighter at the end.
But wouldn't it be obvious that those big panels were falling over?
That's probably why they turned off the lights in the warehouse, so we wouldn't notice them.
So the reason the warehouse was dark was to hide the domino.
And one more thing. There was something else the killer did to hide the domino effect, right?
I see!
You're talking about the MP3 player, right? That hymn blaring throughout the warehouse masked the sound of the falling panels.
In this song.
That's it. So the strange sound was actually the sound of the panels falling.
But those sounds weren't the only strange thing, right? Looking back on it, it was also strange when we opened the door to the warehouse.
Ah, so the door was being blocked by a Monokuma panel.
And when we opened the door, the domino effect started, and the falling panels eventually reached the lighter.
Yeah, and that's how the warehouse caught on fire. At least, that's how it looks.
You don't look so sure.
At the time, Akane mentioned that she could barely open the door.
Because the panel was blocking it, right?
With the blocked doorway, there wasn't enough space for a person to fit through, right?
Is that a problem?
It's a major problem. I mean, that door was the only entrance to the warehouse.
I see!
If the panel was so close to the door that it could barely be opened, the killer inside the warehouse wouldn't be able to leave, right?
Now that you mention it.
Does that mean they were hiding inside?
Who? We were all outside the warehouse, you know.
Based on the patterns up until now, I believe some kind of setup was used.
You don't have to think so hard. There's actually only one person who could have possibly done this.
You don't mean...
Hajime?
What?
Do you mean?
Oh, whoa, why is an X like that? Domino effect? Wait, can I read the thing? Help option, cancel skill. This is way too much to like start. Okay, who could start the domino effect? And there's only one person who could leave. There's only one person who can leave like that. It can't be Nagito. Nagito's dead. Chiaki's the only one who has like a relay game experience to dominoes, but she was there the whole time. There was Fuyuhiko was there. I can only point to Sonia because she was the last person. I'm trying to think of like dead persons, if anyone from Dead People did it. Yeah. The only one I can think of was just dead. Or not dead, Sonya. No. That was my first time feeling that. Byakuya, Mikan. Is that whatever? No. Let's go with Nagito.
This is my
Yeah,
answer.
okay, so it's Nagito.
What if it was Nagito?
Why'd you bring him up? He's the victim, you know.
He wasn't just the victim. Maybe.
Huh?
Not just the victim? What does that mean?
He was the victim. And he was the perpetrator, too.
Maybe.
Are you saying this was a suicide? Don't be stupid. His body was covered in torture wounds.
Oh.
Or did you already forget?
The grip. He was holding a knife.
Are you saying those were all self-inflicted?
But Nagito might do something like that, don't you think?
That's not the issue. He was tied up, remember? Even for a creep like Nagito, it'd be impossible for him to tie up his own arms and legs.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, as long as you understand.
It seems we need to discuss how Nagito was able to tie himself up.
Need to discuss? That's not necessary at all. No matter how much you think about it, it's clearly impossible.
His left hand. Or left palm. Duct tape, Monaco plushie.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Monaco plushie?
That's obviously impossible!
Is it really the Monaco plushie? Oh, he killed
Tying just the
Monaco.
legs
It was
is one thing,
Monokuma.
but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
Oh shit. Okay.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Grab a knife.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Not your teeth.
Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Front tail. Front nails, no. Duct tape? No, spray gummy.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Burn rope. Burn rope.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Let's see. Blood on my pen now. Duct tape now. Spear gun here. Is it really just Monokumen's going like loop around to like the first one? You know, I get it that Spear Gungnir was supposed to be a VR1 reference. But is it actually going to loop around to this? I might be thinking too much ahead. Let's think of the present. Is it really the Monokumen?
Tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
Monokumen panel? Is there anything more to that Monokumen panel?
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail.
No.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your
Duct
front
tape,
tail.
survival knife, burn rope.
Dirty
Burn
joke!
rope.
Is that a dirty joke?
The rope that was tied off, right arm burned off. However, Naruto's right sleeve looked clean.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
By herself.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Isn't a
Tying just the legs, tying both arms would be...
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your...
what if you
Dirty
do
joke!
this?
Is that a dirty joke?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
No. Okay.
Crap!
This is hard.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
Torture wounds. What's torture wounds about?
To act... That's obviously
Tying just the legs is one thing. Tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
No. Oh, that does calculate anything.
Crap!
Jesus, that costs a lot. Okay, it's not
To
this.
actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible.
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Front teeth.
Tying both arms would be impossible.
Or
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if
survival
you
mode.
use your teeth?
no.
Crap!
No, he's on duct tape.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just a little.
Front tail. Spear Gungnir.
Tying both arms
Do I
would be
even have Spear
impossible.
Gungnir? No.
You couldn't do much with the
Torture
free
wound.
arm.
Is this survival
It'd
knife,
be
really?
impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you
Torture
use
wound.
your teeth?
It's all or nothing.
Or if you
Survival
use your front tail.
No. I'm gonna game over this.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
No. Game over. What is it?
Crap!
Blah blah blah. Yes, you're trying.
We will never give up.
It's just like slowly going up. Okay, let's think real quick. Torture room, burn rope, survival knife, duct tape. Is it really the plushie that could be it?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail.
No. I feel like everything she's saying doesn't add up.
Crap!
It's like the first two.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
No. Okay. So multiple plush isn't the one.
Crap!
This is literally just for the future.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
It's not the
You
survival.
couldn't do much with the free arm.
Not the, is it really the duct
It'd be
tape?
impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
No, that's a contradiction.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Oops, that's by accident.
tying both arms would be impossible.
Okay.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Or if you use your front tail.
No. I'm just gonna use process elimination.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is what tying both arms would.
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible!
How about if you or if you use your
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke? To actually tie up your own arms and legs. Crap! To actually tie up, that's obviously
tying just the legs is tying both arms.
You couldn't do much with...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
No. So, taping's not it.
Crap!
This is the hardest one. That stumps me.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Lighter, torture wound,
Tying
burn
just the
rate.
legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm. It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
No.
Crap! To actually...
Let's check the burn rope and the lighter gun. The rope was tied to Naruto's right arm, burned off. However, Naruto's right sleeve was clean. Duct tape, spear gun here, blood and grinder now, oil. Found in Dope Fire's origin point. Looks like this is one point. All tipped over and multiple files were scattered around the good warehouse in one area. The panel seems to be laying on top of each other in a straight orderly line. Is it that oil?
That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would...
You couldn't do much with the free... It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the leg, tying both arms would be...
You couldn't do much with the... It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
No.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
I want
Or
your
if you
lifeline.
use your front tail?
Carl, my lifeline.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty
Maybe.
joke?
I don't. Oh, really? Am I going to use like Fuihigo's own words to
To
support?
actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is
I
one
need your
thing,
help.
but
Maybe.
tying both arms would be impossible.
I don't know.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
Like, am I going to use their own words to support?
It'd be
Akane?
impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Maybe yes or
Or
no.
if you use your front tail?
I need your assistance.
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
This is actually putting me a stop, or maybe just give me a hint. Hint would be nice. Monokuma plushie.
To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Poor execution.
That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be...
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
No,
It'd be
Monokuma plushie didn't help
impossible if you were by
anything.
yourself.
Right?
How about if you use your teeth?
Nope. You had a right mindset early on.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
No.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth?
Nope. Okay.
Crap!
Am I using an evidence, or am I using actually their own words?
We will never give up!
Evidence. Okay, so it is evidence. So if I was on the right mindset early on, I just had a poor execution. Torture wounds, burn ropes, without a knife. Let's do burn torture wounds then. What was the first one I ever thought was the Monokuma plushie? Second one was torture wounds. Just prevent him from moving. His thighs were also covered with a lot of stab wounds. No.
Crap!
Look at your evidence. Torture wounds, burn rope.
That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
That's not. Oh, you're talking about my true bullets right here? Okay. Torture wounds. Both of Nagito's legs were tied in each rope. Tied with rope. Each rope was tied to a nearby pillar, which prevented him from moving. So that really supports the first path. It contradicts the Akane stuff. Use your teeth or use your front leg. Burn rope. The rope was tied to Nagito's right arm, burned off. However, Nagito's right sleeve looked clean. Okay. I don't think it's burn rope. Survival knife. Survival knife was the stab into Nagito's right hand. The knife is formed from military. It's from military. It's safe to assume that the wounds on Nagito's legs and left arm were caused by the knife. Monokuma plushie. A life-size Monokuma plushie that was found on the floor nearby the fire's origin. It has a huge bloody hole in the stomach as if it was stabbed. This is definitely going to be part of a future part as well. A lot of tipped over Monokuma panels were scattered around a goods warehouse in one area. The panels seem to be laying on top of each other in a straight, ordinary line. Oil lighter, found at the fire origin point. It looks like this is what caused the fire. Gotta be torture wounds or survival knife. No. Monokuma punch or Monokuma panels? Was it really the panels that supports this? Let's go panels.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
No.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
How about if you use your teeth? Or if you use your front tail?
Dirty joke! Is that a dirty joke?
If our assumption that Nagito did commit suicide is correct, Nagito should have tied himself up too. Tied himself up. That's okay, right?
To actually tie up your own arms and legs. That's obviously impossible!
Tying just the legs is one thing, but
Wounds.
tying both arms would be impossible.
You couldn't do much with the free arm.
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself.
No, okay, let's do torture wounds in the first one.
To actually tie up your own arms and
No,
legs.
so torture wounds is not the one.
Crap! To actually tie up your own arms and legs.
Serve burn
That's
rope?
obviously impossible!
What's always a burn rope?
Tying just the legs is what tying both arms would be.
You couldn't do much with the...
It'd be impossible if you were by yourself. actually tie up your own arms?
No ways to burn
that's
rope.
wrong.
What? Okay, I won't say this
Hold on a
explanation.
second. Isn't that premise flawed?
What? I mean, it's no mistake that his arms and legs were...
No, it shouldn't have been both of his arms. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Based on that, you can't say he was tied up.
I have no choice. The rope on his right arm was completely burnt up. Oh. Oh.
That was just burned by the fire. He should have been tied up before then.
It burned because of the fire. Like you said, it might look like that. But that was part of the trap. There's concrete evidence that proves it.
His right sleeve.
I see.
Take a close look at his right sleeve. Even though the rope was burnt up, the sleeve wasn't burned at all. Wouldn't you agree? A burn like this, no matter how you think about it, is unnatural. That rope was burned in advance so it would look like it was burned in the fire.
Then Nagito's right arm wasn't tied up, right? He was able to move it freely, right?
Yeah, that should be the case.
Oh.
Hajime, that's awesome! I'll
So
let you
we
have
are
a
still gonna
feel if you
commit.
want.
Bruh.
Akane, you should not give it away for free. Make sure they pay you first.
What?
That's definitely wrong.
Fine. I just gotta get a Benjamin from him before I let him touch me, right?
What?
That's not what I meant. I'm talking about Nagito. I mean, even if his right hand wasn't tied up, the knife was still stabbed into it, you know?
It's impossible to stab a knife into your right hand with your right hand. Ah, that much is obvious.
Hajime, you tricked me! Give me back that Benjamin!
Hold on. There should be a way.
Then hurry up and spill...
If it's something lame, I'll make
Logic
you give
drive?
back the Benjamin with
What the
10,000%
fuck?
interest!
A way to stab yourself right in the hand using your right hand. All item on the panel, blood on grinder. That's with blood on grinder.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
Oops, wrong one.
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's... How could he stab his...
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall,
Could he stab his hand that way?
Okay, what's a blood on grinder then? That's gotta be related to Gunmir, if that's the case. No, that is related to Gunmir. Okay.
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Michael panel,
Maybe
oil
he
lighter,
propped the
torture wood,
knife somehow?
burning rope, survival
And
knife,
slammed his right
blood
hand down
grinder.
on it?
Let's just focus on blood
Propped
grinder
it
for
onto
now.
what?
I don't think it's blood grinder.
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw it,
Is it like the way the knife was? Because it's the way it's set up. It's like. Wait a minute. Blood grinder. That looks like what a knife would be, would it? Yeah, that's the same outline as blood. Okay, so it's blood grinder.
and let the knife fall. Could he stab his hand that way?
No, not that one.
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's, how could he stab his?
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped and slammed his right, propped it onto.
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
Bound left
If
hand.
you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if
Oh,
Nagito's,
he's just
how
on
could he
his
stab
words.
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand down.
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily.
No. Dang it.
Damn it!
Okay.
Even if not,
I am not like thinking right. Left arm. Right hand.
how could he stab his right?
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand out?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife up and slammed his right hand down on it?
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
No. Okay.
Damn it! Even if Nagito's right hand was free,
Torture
how could he
wounds.
stab his?
It's tied to nearby pillar, which prevent him from moving. Also keeping the wall stab wounds.
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand, propped it up.
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand and propped it onto.
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
Oh wait, I had time up? Shit. Oops. This is like the most game over I had this game so far.
We will never give up.
Shoot, I was like so focused on the thing I ran out of time. Okay, it has to be the Monaco brush. Survival knife. Let's do survival
Even if
knife.
Nagito's right hand was... How could he stab his...
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
No. Brute forcing this.
Even if Nagito's... How could he stab his...
if he threw the knife and let the knife fall,
So what's up, I
could he
see?
stab his
I'm
hand
having so
that
much
way?
trouble.
Is he a throwing knife? That maybe he propped the knife somehow.
No.
Even if Nagito's... How could he stab his...
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped and slammed his right.
Propped it onto what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
No. Okay. Then let's do this one more with
Even if
Fujiko.
Nagito's... How could
This
he stab
confirms
his...
the
If he
survival
threw the
knife
knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped and slammed his right.
Propped it up. If he just propped, he
If
could have
not,
used
it's
his
Monaco
bound.
brush.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily.
Okay, it has to be Monaco brush.
Damn it! Even if Nagito's right hand was free. How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Oh.
could he stab his hand out?
Is he a throwing knife? That maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand.
Propped it onto what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
Alright. Monaco plushie for the last one.
Damn it! Even if Nagito's... How could he stab his...
If he threw the knife and let the knife, could he stab his hand? Is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife and slammed his right hand.
Propped it onto what? If he just propped, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily.
There, okay.
Damn it!
Okay, what is the possible answer? to
Even
this?
if...
Burn rope.
How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Burn rope.
Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow.
No. I have 20 seconds left. I'm gonna get another game over for this.
It's wrong.
What is it? What would it be?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free. How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife and let the knife,
Could he stab his hand that way?
is he a throwing knife? Maybe he propped the knife somehow. And
Nope, there's time's up. There's time's up. I'm not getting a lot of time for this part. Jesus. Alright, let's
We will
critical
never
thing.
give up!
This is literally my worst. It's gonna be my worst trial. Okay, torture room, burn rope, survival knife, multiple plushie, blood on raider, oil lighter, multiple panels.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free. How could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand down on it.
Propped it onto what? If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't bend that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand. Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall.
No, that wasn't it. Okay. I need a hint.
Even if Nagito's right hand, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand out? Is he a throwing knife expert? Maybe he propped the knife somehow and slammed his right hand down.
Propped it onto what?
If he just propped the knife, he could have used his bound left hand.
If you're tied up, your arms won't
Once
bend
again.
that easily. We don't know if his left hand could even reach his right hand.
I had the right mindset. The blood on grinder you're talking about? The mindset? Let's see. This is really hard. If Nagito could use his right hand to stab himself in the palm, then how did he do it? The answer was in my face, but I disregarded it.
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall,
Popped
could he
it.
stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
It's wrong?
What is that he popped
Even
it?
if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
No.
It's wrong?
Even if Nagito's right hand was free, how could he stab his right hand with his right hand?
If he threw the knife into the air and let the knife fall, could he stab his hand that way?
Is he a throwing knife expert?
Maybe he propped the knife somehow?
There we go.
I agree with that.
I guess I just missed that. Oopsies.
A life-size Monokuma plushie. He must have used that to prop the knife.
Makes sense. That's why there was a big hole in the plushie's stomach. He inserted the knife handle into that hole to prop it up. Then he slammed his hand onto it.
He inserted a knife handle into the prop.
If that's it, he had to place the plushie near him. And it also explains the mysterious blood on the plushie.
So the blood on the
Never
plushie came from
disregard
Nagito
Chiaki.
after he stabbed the knife into his own right hand.
I see. So that's the trick.
But for a moment, I seriously thought Monokuma died or something.
A bleeding plushie is super scary. It's got the same fear factor as a doll whose hair grows too long.
After stabbing his hand,
That's a
he no longer needed the
reference
plushie,
something.
so he cast it off toward the fire's origin point.
Probably thought the fire would incinerate it and destroy the evidence.
So what do you think now, Fuyuhiko?
I get what you're saying about the wound on his right hand, but there's still one huge problem. The spear. Basically, you're saying Nagito committed suicide by impaling himself with a spear, right? If you think about the order, getting killed by the spear should have been the last thing to happen to Nagito. If that's true, how is that possible? He can't grab a spear with his right hand if a knife is stabbed into it and his left hand was all tied up.
Then he probably took the spear first, and as he endured the pain, he stabbed the knife into his right hand.
There is a limit to his constitution. If you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch all that.
Like I said, if you got penetrated by something so big and thick, you would die instantly.
Say it one more time.
Oh my god.
I need to record it. For reasons.
Hey, bastard, you better cut it out!
Like she said, in that condition, it's very difficult to stab yourself with a spear. It'd be hard to use a spear with a knife stabbed into your right hand while your left hand is tied up.
So you're saying it's impossible?
No, it's still possible.
But no matter what I think, I can't believe Nagito's death was caused by someone else.
I also agree with that. To think that one of us could kill someone with such cruelty, I could never believe that.
You say you can't believe it? You just don't want to believe it, right? But that's why you keep getting betrayed over and over again, right? Same goes for this time, too.
Shut up, Monokuma.
You just shut your mouth. It's against the rules to interfere with everyone. If you even think
Wait, she
about
finally
doing
spoke.
anything, I have a plan of my own.
Monami sassing me.
But it's just as Monokuma said. We've been betrayed over and over again so far. So this might also be the same. Calling this a suicide takes too much for granted, and it's too convenient.
Then are you saying there is a killer among us, Kazuichi?
Among Us.
Of course, that doesn't include Miss Sonia and me.
As Kazuichi said, it's true we've been constantly betrayed. But even if I'm betrayed again, I still want to believe in everyone. No matter how many times I may be betrayed, I still want to believe in everyone.
I also want to believe that there's no killer, but suicide is unimaginable.
Do you really think so?
But you said it too. It'd be impossible for him to stab himself with a spear in his...
I did say difficult, but I never said impossible. I feel that there's some way he could have stabbed himself with that spear.
What kind of way?
I don't know.
You don't know.
It's impossible to figure out by myself. So let's think about it together. That's how we made it this far up till now.
Everyone working together.
You know,
All right,
you know.
let's do this.
Bum, bum, bum. I think I can answer the spear question. Survival knife. Blood on left hand. That's what I need.
How did Nagito stab himself with a spear? Let's work together and think this through.
Oh.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
Then that rules out his left hand. If that's the case, the only other way is...
He used his teeth? Or maybe he used his front tail.
Oh my gosh.
I
It's
know
terrible.
guys have tails that get hard when they're grabbed.
What do you say?
The blushing Miss Sonia is freaking awesome!
How did Nagito stab himself with this? Let's work together and think this through.
When the spear stabbed Nagito, his right hand was covered by the knife, right?
He was only able to move his left hand.
But his left hand was also tied up.
And that rules out his left hand.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
That's wrong.
Hold on. It's still too early to dismiss the possibility that he used his left hand.
Why? I mean, his left hand was tied up, you know?
But there was something off about his left hand. The bloodstain on the palm of his hand. Don't you think it looked somewhat strange? He only had blood on the lower area of his palm. Beyond that point, the bloodstain suddenly cuts off, right?
When the blood splattered, that's as far as it reached, right?
That settles the description of that bloodstain. But it's not the only unnatural bloodstain. Look,
It's on the back.
there's blood on the back of his hand, around the middle joints of his fingers.
Like you said, it looks like an unnatural blood
More like
stain.
he was gripping something.
What's wrong with that?
We might need to think and use our imaginations for a bit. If there's blood on his palm and the back of his hand, what was his left hand doing as the blood splattered?
Gripping.
I see.
When the blood splattered, he was probably gripping with his left hand. That's why there's such a strange-looking bloodstain on his palm and the back of his hand.
Was he grabbing his front tail?
What the fuck?
Perish the thought! He was obviously grabbing the spear.
Now that you mention it, compared to the rest of his body, the wounds on his left arm are pretty mild. He probably made his wounds mild on purpose, so he could keep his strength while he gripped the spear.
But even if he held the spear with his tied-up left hand, it'd be impossible for him to stab himself.
Hey, Chiaki, what do you think?
The greats.
Hey, don't tell me you're getting sleepy.
At times like this, you should always strike from a good angle. Just like fixing an old TV.
Oh, I got it. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, like I thought. It's no mistake that Nagito was gripping the spear, I think. However, what's important is what section of the spear he was gripping.
He was gripping the cord.
I see.
That's it. Instead of the handle, Nagito must have been holding on to the cord. There was a metal weight at the tip of the cord, but there were bloodstains on that part too. Plus, the joint between the weight and the cord had a bloodstain shaped like it was cut off by something.
Isn't the size of that cut-off section about the same size as a human fist?
Ah, you're right. So this is the part Nagito was gripping, huh? And then the blood that was supposed to end up here ended up getting on Nagito's left hand.
Yeah.
But why is it so important to know which part of the spear he was gripping?
You're not gonna say he gripped the tip of the cord, swung the spear around, and stabbed himself, right?
That is where the clue to solve this mystery resides. Right, Chiaki? I am sorry. Of course this mystery will not be solved that easily.
Nagito was gripping the cord extending from the butt of the spear with his left hand, but from there, how would he stab himself and stuff with the spear?
It seems we are stuck. Shall we have tea time?
At a time like this, how about we stick to the plan to think one step at a time instead of expecting the answers all at once?
That's a long plan name.
One step at a time. What does that mean?
Let's focus on the
I
spear
was just
first.
doing that.
Namely, where it was and how it was.
How it was positioned.
Could it be stated severe the fact that Nagito was pulling the grip into the cord attachment? Logic drive? Logic drive. pretty much you can figure out this part. Alright, first question. Nope. Nope. Like. Alright, first question. No first question. There it is. Where was the spear before it impaled? Under Nagito, above Nagito. It was right above Nagito. Whoa, new thing? There we go. Ceiling grinder. Whoa. There we go. Final question. There we go. Yo, that's gonna be nasty if you're on your like last hit.
It's all coming together.
It's indeed coming together.
The spear impaled Nagito as he was laying face up. It must have been perpendicular to him just before that.
Perpendicular? In the middle of the air?
If Nagito did that all by himself, did he have some sort of ESP?
That'd be awesome, but he probably used the ceiling girder directly above
That'll
him.
be awesome.
Nagito probably slung the cord over the ceiling girder, and using that as a support, he hoisted the spear directly above him. And if Nagito let go of the cord, the spear would have fallen and impaled him while he was laying face up.
I noticed a slight red streak on the ceiling girder. It probably got smeared there during the setup.
The blood on the cord probably rubbed off on the ceiling girder as the spear was falling. So, how about it? Using this method, Nagito could have impaled himself with the spear.
Are you serious? He really committed suicide? Like that?
I'm still like in shock. It really is
Probably
him
chose that spear
as
so he could
not
commit
living.
suicide like that. If someone else did this, there's no reason they go to all this trouble just to kill someone with a spear.
I agree. When I was investigating this case, I kept thinking over and over how strange it was. Why did the killer use the knife and the spear so differently?
So you're saying he needed to use that spear to pull off his trick?
Then, this is for real? He really committed suicide? Every single wound on his body. That was all him?
Not just that, he did all that while he was gripping the spear?
That's crazy.
That spear should not have stabbed Nagito until the very end. Which means Nagito wounded himself while he was gripping that spear, right?
Did he put the duct tape on his mouth too?
He probably covered his own mouth so we wouldn't hear him screaming in pain.
Did he need to go that far? That's beyond crazy. Why would he do that to himself?
That's still fucked up.
He was probably trying to get us to make a mistake. By committing a suicide that looked like a murder, he was trying to steer us toward the wrong answer. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
That's messed up. That's serious.
That is really fucked up. Imagine Nagito stabbing himself always gets. Yeah, that's like getting
That's
to
our
me.
Nagito.
capacity for malice. Even us after he's died. This is the form of the malice took. I forgot all about that until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion. Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
That should be okay, right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Is it because we don't know who the traitor is, or...
So what are you gonna...
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
You are right.
No, your guts are right.
It is
Your
not
guts
as
are right.
though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh? That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
Yeah! Yeah!
Hold on. Why?
Time for voting time.
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death. It's something that even we couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Piece of evidence that even we couldn't miss. Host P Academy files?
Crap!
No. Oops. Oh, Nagito's death. Huh. The MP3 player? No, the MP3 player had to play it and roll. What is it?
Crap!
No. Okay. Read. Noon sharp? Noon sharp.
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Body was discovered inside a warehouse near Monokuma plushie factory. That's the only time that's believed to be Noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stab in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there's a laceration on his left arm and an impale through his right hand. Oh shoot. Hangman's Gambit. No, my least favorite anime. Time of Death. Okay, it is Time of Death. Holy crap! There is this. Holy shoot! Oh wait, it's not Time of Death. Oh shit. What is this? Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay. Your favorite. It's so easy, by the way. You can't do no focus shit. Okay, hold up. I need to hold on for a moment. That was so overwhelming. Okay, it starts with C. Choice of CHOI. No. Fudge it. No, so it's not Time of Death. Cause of Death. Oh. Holy shit, bro. Okay. Fuck. I'm super overwhelmed. Holy shit, bro. Why is this trial so hard? I hate Hangman's Gambit so much.
We will never give up!
Oh, because there's no actual cause of death. Like, it didn't say what exactly killed him. Did he bleed out or was it the spear that killed him? D. I need E. Cause of death. Where's A? I need A. Where's the A? Oh, thank you. I need T. No. Ooh. Way too close. Jesus.
Got it! In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stab, there are multiple stab wounds on each thigh. Furthermore, there's laceration on his left arm, and it's not even probably to the right.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious.
See, that's
is
an
it not?
ease case study must be
Spear
that's
in
must be
Nagito's stomach.
studied.
It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma,
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikar's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide.
Not just.
Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying, but if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now. That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you. Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair he said he was yearning for. Then that in this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. Probably overthinking it. Suspended. Wow, geez, this must be a 2-hour trial. Why is it taking longer?
No.
My heart was racing like when I thought voting time was about to start, but if you think it's rationing, there's no way it's gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Is that right, one of me? Hey, how much longer can playing Stoke? Let's get along as we always do. Alright, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you stand in silence, and that's since silence when you're all alone with someone else. So Monomi and I are the bestest of best friends. Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now. Enough, why do you always have to hate me that much? Besides, with that fact that you never snap at me like that. Oh, besides, you know, I don't trust you at all. It's not teasing me 1 minute bit. We did not calculate your logic time. Also, you white. I don't want to talk about my wife. This is the most wipes I've done in this trial than the whole entire trials combined. Now you're my brother. Took the man bait. I had this much struggle since chapter 2 of first game.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked,
Then
huh?
let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some...
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like...
Fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is, no matter what. Poison? 1.5 torture wounds, duct tape, bottle grinder, piece of blue paper. Special poison.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
If it's something
That's
that
what I
can't
was
be seen, maybe he choked himself with a sleeper hold.
Not that.
Or liquefied his guts with a body blow.
Not that.
Just thinking about it, that's already a horrible death.
Let us consider a different fate.
It's not the knife in his... It's not the other wound.
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot...
Cool. First try.
Agree with that.
I agree with that.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's...
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he...
And this is when the hardtail appears.
What the fuck?
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear!
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
Logic drive? Logic drive. Where could a poison enter? It's like I can't open it. Nope. Thank you for cheers, Icy. Appreciate it. That was a good recovery if I say so myself. I saw that. Gas? It had to be gas. I've been surfing through his mind at this exact moment. Let him cook. What the fudge? What the fudge? That was crazy. It just like clipped through. Oh my god. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just play slow. I hate platformers. There we go. This is why I don't play platformer games. When did the poison enter Nagato's body? Through his mouth, through his nose, through his wounds, through his nose actually. That's why he can't. His nose wasn't covered. Oh, it was not, he did not even meant to kill himself in the first place. Don't tell me his grand plan was actually... I was just turtle. Turtle in this minigame.
It's all coming together.
I hate both of you guys.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
What if the poison was supposed to be meant for us,
It's written
and
on the
he was
poison's
supposed to
warning
win?
label.
Or he was supposed to survive?
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
Breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Sprinklers?
I see!
Yeah, well, so was sprinklers.
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
Oh, hydrolysis. It's possible for you to poison someone to death without any consumption.
Of course! Hydrolysis!
Oh,
The
hydrolysis.
chemical
Oops.
bonds that form the
Hydrolysis.
poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers. Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poison.
Okay,
The
so
wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so
We figured
what's
out
the
that Nagito died from
point of
poison,
this?
but so what?
Was this foul
In the
play,
end,
though?
it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then
Is it
enough
true he
already.
actually committed suicide?
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died. Yeah, that still sounds like a...
Well, with this, we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death. All right. All the mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the voting time, right?
Well, but
What? There's still more?
Not all the mystery has been solved yet. Yeah, okay. I'm actually thinking, is it because did he actually commit
what happened?
suicide, or was it foul play?
There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
If he did commit suicide, what's the point of the gas mask in his room?
There might have been an accomplice.
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
The container.
I see.
The meat on bone. I hate that so
are
much.
you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
The meat on fucking bone, bro. I
Yeah.
hate that. I hate that so
Nagito brought
much.
it. It's strange we couldn't find that container anywhere, right?
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, it was written on the warning label.
The meat on. Keep the liquid secure by storing in a cool place in the gas container, away from sunlight. Away from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right.
No,
Someone
wait.
might have accidentally took it away from the crime.
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in the mood for unexpected...
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore. By hurting someone else. Everyone's tired. Tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I just want to put the rule of this as Nagito's suicide. If I do that, nobody has to get hurt. But
That's no good.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling
Why did
this
he get saved?
Nagito's suicide.
alright, saved pet. Oh.
But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
One save file, Andy.
The
Yes.
power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? Still, that's pretty messed up.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
True.
I get what you're saying.
Tell her more to
but
me.
in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing. And we
Hmm.
probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
Oh shit. The way Naruto bought the poison means the thing he used the container was. Hey man's Gambit, no! Fire grenades? What? That was so unfair. That was so unfair. They were right next to each other at spawn. Oops. He saw that, chat? Like, it was right next to it with spawn. Oops. Fudge. Damn it. There we go.
Got it!
So pissed off, like that thing just spawned next to each other and
See,
gave me an
I
instant
got it.
Huh?
loss for no reason,
The
just
fire
respawning.
grenades. Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place. As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse, it can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
Bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire?
Yeah, that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit, but the canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
Oh,
You
shoot.
just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime, could it be?
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire grenades.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
This little shit.
I can prove it with this. Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We
It's
also
the
found
mask.
the gas mask and gloves
And the
under his
gloves.
bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire
Oh.
grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping it.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in and died, right?
That's what the mask is.
So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
No,
You're right. If
it wasn't.
The canister
Wasn't
thrown
suicide
away,
really? But
then
we
it just
the
means
one to
that there
throw it.
wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice.
You know, the
That
amount
was
of times they're
just my
saying
misunderstanding.
suicide, they gotta do like, whoever's like recording and has to like post this on YouTube has to do like a crap ton of editing.
You're right. In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
We executed him.
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Would it be a monetization issue?
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison. So when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
Noon sharp.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
Oh, that's only TikTok? Oh, okay, it's TikTok, it's not having an issue.
I see! Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so.
We're the ones who killed Nagito. That is
When we
so
all
effed
threw
up.
the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison and spread it was...
One of us?
What the heck?
One of us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
It was not suicide.
You said so yourself. You said Nagito committed suicide.
Then who killed Nagito?
You mean, who's the actual killer, right?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? Nagito?
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
I see! That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask this?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
I see!
Make someone throw the poison?
Don't tell me.
He actually
He
martyred
set the
himself?
warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Who was the first
Seriously,
one to throw the
I'm
poison?
asking you who threw it.
I don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
Holy crap.
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison. And then...
Then he let go.
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death. It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body. It was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades. I am so sorry. Please vote me as the killer.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault. This is all Nagito's doing.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
It's impossible.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we could make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
However, Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras. If Monokuma
Yeah,
doesn't
recordings.
know, his trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever. I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times. I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia.
What the
and one of
fudge?
those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? I'm so chill. I mean, how can you have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Is giving up all we can do?
No, it's too early to give up.
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Even though it's just a hunch, it's possible that it's probably... There's one way, I think.
Huh?
Really? Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
Okay.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Oh, we're going over the whole entire thing. Are we? Yeah, closing arguments. Alright. We're doing closing arguments, huh? What was inside of Nagito's refrigerator? Well, I can't do anything here. Right before switching to poison. Nope, not here. What's placed inside the break room? Nothing I can do here. What's beyond the one photo panel? A lighter. Oh my gosh, really? They use all of us? His whole body wasn't tied up. How did he support his spirit? Can't do anything from here. In order to hurt himself. Now he's gonna prop up the knife or something. Look at the plush doll. Oh, so that's how he did it. He did it and then he stabbed himself like that. Okay, I get it now. I was like more confused on how the hell he set up with the Monokuma plush doll. So he set up like that and then he like slammed his palm through that. Okay, okay. Gas mask equip. Nope. Oh yes, gas mask equip. Oops. Oh. Okay, so it's this one. Okay. Last stock. In order her himself. Putting him duct tape. Oops. I let go.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Alright, with the final
The person who actually arranged this incident was the victim, Nagito Komaeda. He kept a specific item inside his cottage that he needed for his plan. Monokuma's special poison, which he brought with him from the Octagon.
Shut. Whoosh. Shoo.
Using the gloves and gas mask that he got from the military base.
Pewdle. Glug, 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 glug.
Nagito swapped the contents of a fire grenade he took from the plushie factory break room with that poison. When he did that, a specific item was left as evidence, the blue aluminum seal on the grenade. With that, Nagito finished making the poisoned fire grenade, took it with him to the factory,
Book. Dialed.
and put it back with the rest of the grenades in the break room.
Da-dum. Act 2.
The next morning, Nagito appeared before us and declared that he hid a bomb somewhere.
Blood.
While we were looking for the bomb, that's when Nagito headed over to the goods warehouse. In order to set up a fire, Nagito arranged the Monokuma panels in a line going from the door to the curtain and placed an oil lighter in front of it. From there, Nagito set his insane plan in motion.
Blah, 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 blah.
First, he hung the spear that he took from Nezumi Castle from the ceiling girder by its cord. Then he tied his arms and legs at the back of the warehouse with rope. However, he burnt off the rope on his right arm beforehand.
Tug, tug, tug.
In doing so, he made sure that only his right hand was free, while his remaining arm and legs were tied up. As he gripped the tip of the rope hanging over the ceiling girder with his left hand, he lay down face up, just beneath the dangling spear. But this was just the beginning of Nagito's plan. And then, he did something no one could have predicted. First, he covered his mouth with duct tape, and after making sure he was unable to scream,
Shook, 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 shook.
he stabbed himself with the knife multiple times in his left arm and in both of his thighs. Finally, he propped the knife on the plushie and slammed his right hand onto the blade. He didn't just want us to think he was tied up. He also wanted us to think he'd been tortured. Through all this, Nagito never let go of the spear. His plan still wasn't over.
Resolved.
In fact, it was just about to begin.
Boom.
Meanwhile, we finally arrived at the plushie factory and found Nagito's message. After seeing his message, we instantly made our way to the warehouse. But that was part of Nagito's plan.
Kabam.
We opened the door to the warehouse, which inadvertently started the Monokuma panel domino effect. The panels fell one after another until they reached the lighter, tipped it over, and ignited the curtain. Shocked by the sudden fire, we rushed to the factory's break room to obtain some fire-extinguishing grenades. We then aimed for the fire's origin point, which was the curtain, and unloaded the entire supply. It never occurred to us that one of those grenades was the poisoned grenade that Nagito had prepared.
Crash.
The poison sank to the floor, instantly vaporizing due to the intense heat, and spread everywhere. The poison gas quickly drifted to the curtain at the back of the warehouse, where Nagito was. Also, Monokuma's poison has a unique quality in which it becomes heavier than air when vaporized. That poison gas completely surrounded the area where Nagito lay face up on the floor. There, Nagito inhaled the poison, and if it didn't instantly kill him, he certainly lost consciousness. Which caused him to let go of the rope in his left hand, and the falling spear plunged into his stomach. This is all the information related to Nagito's plan. His true intention was to set one of us up as the killer. At this time, we still don't know who the killer is, because the killer wasn't aware they killed someone. Try as we might, we cannot reach that truth. That was Nagito's trap. In conclusion, the fact that we can't determine the killer's identity. This should be the truth behind Nagito's trap.
Absolutely insane plan, but incredible
about it,
execution.
Chiaki?
It is such an
Will that
insane
help you figure
plan.
out who the killer is?
No, it didn't.
Chiaki?
Just as I thought. It's impossible, isn't it?
You say we just have to vote for someone?
What Hajime said is probably true. That's part of the reason why I thought it was a little strange. Did Nagito really not care who the killer was?
Huh?
He said this to us earlier.
Sure, everything will work out in the end. After all, there's no way Hope can lose. Is he going to talk about his ultimate? Absolutely, Hope can break through any despair and never lose in this place like this. Now, I believe in you. I believe in the time we spent together, and I believe in my ultimate luck.
That feeling of belief is at the heart of his trick.
Use your ultimate luck to guess.
He believed we'd notice the fire grenades. He believed we'd try to extinguish the flames. And he believed we'd fall into his trap. By believing in us, Nagito was able to put his life-threatening plan into effect.
What do you mean, believe?
And what's wrong with that?
There's one more thing, remember? Something that Nagito believed in from the bottom of his heart. I want you to try to remember what that is.
His talent.
I see!
The ultimate luck.
Nagito believed in his talent as the ultimate lucky student.
I believe in my ultimate luck, so I'm definitely going to be alright.
I guess the last thing he could believe in was his own talent.
That's not so strange, really. Most of us here have been relying on the same thing.
But, in his case, it was pretty remarkable, wasn't it? It almost...
You're right. The same thing happened when he cleared the final dead room at the funhouse.
It was my turn. It was just a little escape room that ended with some Russian roulette. Bullet in the gun, spin the cylinder, point towards and just pull the trigger. Also, that's how you're supposed to play it? So it would have been fine if I used one bullet, huh? I guess it was just as Monami said, huh? I just understood I had to take one bullet out of the cylinder, and so that's how I did it. You only had a 1/6 chance survival. I'm still alive after all. Only good things about me is how lucky I am. Well, I see. I have good news for you. The VOD of the whole entire chapter is out in my YouTube right now, as we speak. I just uploaded the VOD. I just uploaded the VOD during the trial. This guy plugins YouTube, yes sir. Follow now at youtube.com/ntnvods. There's no caps, no spaces, no special text. All of it in one word, ntnvods. Picture of Makoto Yuki from the hit game Persona 3. He did the same thing when he first killing happened at the old building near the hotel. He depended on his luck. He just wanted it. Oh, yeah, that's right. You just rely on your luck? Not just luck. It's true my talent is trash, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know? Huh? I'm one for left with the red mark? Haha, for someone called ultimate lucky student. You don't seem really lucky right now. How about that? So I wasn't unlucky. I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for clean duty, just like I wanted.
But his luck doesn't have anything to do with the case this time, right?
I just thought... It was strange that it doesn't connect to anything. He factored in his belief in us. But for some reason, he didn't factor in his own luck. No, there's no way. I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about.
What did he do?
You know, he wasn't just after anybody. He probably had a target. A target he was aiming for all along. A person to set up as the killer.
A target? Who?
Oh.
The target's true identity. Even Nagito didn't know it. That's why he relied on being the ultimate lucky student.
Holy crap. It went straight to this deep? It
As
can't be
long
more
as he had
deep
his
and
luck,
deep.
he believed the target he was after would pick up the fire grenade.
You mean he left his plan to luck?
He risked his life for that?
He probably risked his life to...
I won't say this.
Who is it? Who's the target Nagito was after?
The traitor.
I see! That's it. The traitor. Nagito was after the traitor, huh?
Then he relied on his luck to weed out the traitor?
Nagito didn't know who the traitor was until the very end. All he could do was rely on his own luck.
Then what he said in his video message.
Traitor student handbook. But I was a little annoyed I never came forward.
So he was just bluffing.
That's probably true. By that point, his plan should have already been in motion.
Let's weed out the traitor. Wait, student handbook?
But if he
Believe in him?
just wanted to out the traitor, he didn't have to go this far and make that person the killer. Damn it! We're all in a huge bind because of that.
It means he wants us to beat the traitor.
By finding out who the traitor is, our hopes
No
will shine
way.
even brighter by overcoming that despair. That's something he'd say.
Mon ami, it looks like you've got something you want to say. But you better just keep your...
And that concludes my argument. Nagito's plan was to make the traitor kill him. What are you gonna do? Are you guys gonna believe me?
You know who it's aiming for.
The only thing we can do is believe.
If we don't, then we'd just be relying on our luck when we cast our votes.
Probably one of my favorite executions.
But even if we do believe, what should we do? I mean, if we don't know who the target is, there's no way we can even vote.
You are absolutely right. It is hard to think the traitor would reveal themselves now.
If, by chance, the traitor revealed themselves during that bomb scare, what would have happened? Would it have stopped Nagito from acting so reckless?
Huh?
But they couldn't help it. Even if they wanted to reveal themselves, they couldn't do it because they weren't created to do that.
Chiaki?
Created?
What's wrong, Chiaki? Get a hold of yourself.
That's why I want you guys to guess.
You want us to guess?
Yeah, I want you to guess.
What? What does that mean?
Who do you think it is, Hajime? Who do you think the Future Foundation sent to infiltrate your group as the traitor?
Why?
A traitor who's not allowed to think that they're different from everyone else.
Why?
A traitor who can only interact with everyone as a traitor.
Why?
Because that's the nature of their existence. They can only exist as a traitor.
Seriously, why?
Who do you think is the traitor? Hajime, please.
He's crying. I'll give one good guess.
It's... you? Chiaki, you're the traitor?
Please, hold on.
Aw, you totally guessed right.
Huh?
Just as expected. Yep, you're correct. I'm the traitor. The agent sent by the Future Foundation to hide among you all is me.
Oh shit. My whole thing was crashed?
Hey, Chiaki. Are you being serious right now?
One sec. I'm trying to like process all this, man. Let me also get this ready. One sec. I crashed.
Chiaki is the traitor? That is a lie, right?
There we go.
Surely you must be joking.
The thing was so crazy that I crashed. Where's analog? There it is. Okay, there we go. There we go.
I'm sorry. It's the truth.
Hey, what are you saying sorry for?
What does this mean? You... Up till now... You've been tricking us?
What? We were not tricked! After all, we have been working together all this time. We have been helping each other all this time. Chiaki, being a traitor, being a member of that horrifying future foundation, that is obviously a lie.
Please, wait! The Future Foundation isn't what you think it is!
PNG YouTuber cannot handle the truth.
Shut the fuck up! We're talking to Chiaki!
No, I have nothing more to say.
Why?
Because we already know the killer's true identity. So the only thing left to do is vote.
Hold on! We're not satisfied yet!
If you say you are the traitor, please provide an explanation that will help us understand. We cannot vote until we are satisfied. That is what you said earlier,
Hey, if you're really the traitor, why'd you wait till now to reveal yourself?
It's weird, isn't it? Waiting until right now to out yourself.
It's definitely strange, right? Or rather, why was I able to do that?
Are you...
Maybe... I wanted to protect everyone, no matter the cost.
who I think you are? Or what I think you are?
Hey, Hajime. Can you do me a small favor?
Favor? Me?
I want you to prove to them that I'm the traitor.
What?
What?
What are you saying? Why do I have to do that?
I want to explain everything to you guys, but... as I expected, that's rather difficult. That's why... the only thing I can do is plead with you. I want you to do it. I believe you can prove it.
Whether I can prove it or not, that's not the problem. Don't you understand? You may as well be asking me to kill you. There's no way I can do that.
I'm very sorry, but this is the only way. So please.
Looks like we gotta do what we can. It's not like I believe she's the traitor. There's just no way we can ignore this without confirming it.
If she was just disguised or something, this would have been a heck of a lot easier for us to understand, but...
She's not disguised at all! 'Cause Chiaki isn't the traitor.
Huh?
Monami?
Too bad. I'm not part of the same group as that girl. I don't know anything about that girl at all.
Hey, are you trying to cover for her like that? You suck!
I've
Oh.
always been alone. I have no friends. Anywhere.
Aww.
That's why I have no relation to Chiaki whatsoever.
Hajime, you're going to listen to my request, right?
Let me do a save. I feel like there's some kind of branching thing. I'm expecting like a branching thing going on.
Chiaki isn't my friend. I hate Chiaki so much.
Panicked PTA.
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along.
Let's do this.
I won't let you. First open and mix. I can't lose. I won't let you. First open and mix.
Can you do this PTA without any form of fever?
Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along! Hajime, you stupid face! Let's all get along! you! First open and mix! I can't lose! Chucky and I aren't best friends.
Mo. No, I meant to. I hate to hear it. That's impressive.
Chucky and I aren't
One of
best
these
friends.
notebook. There we
This
go.
is the end. When we investigated Nagito's cottage, I discovered a notebook with the new Sami logo on it. That's your notebook, right? The one Nagito stole from you.
I don't know. Don't tell me. Is that where the traitor's true identity is written?
That's right! Since I knew something like...
Can you actually read that? Oh. Oh, bro.
So sudden?
Give me that notebook.
Day 1, I was able to talk to everyone for the first time today. Monokuma showed up and things turned bad. Day 2, Byakuya is the leader. A lot of things happened today, so everyone's tired.
What is this? Is this Nami's diary?
Is the traitor's identity written in here?
Nagito was probably looking for that too, so that might be why he stole the notebook. But you wouldn't know who the traitor is just by reading this notebook. Of course, Nagito wouldn't know either. However, it's different for me.
You know?
It took me this long. I finally understand.
Truth might already been the moment I found this notebook. It's just that I want to turn my eyes away from the truth container. Now I clearly know. I can't help but know.
First of all, this isn't Monami's diary. Apparently she can't write.
Then the one who wrote this is...
Someone connected to Monami. Meaning, it's not a mistake to think that the traitor wrote it.
If so, is this like a report that the traitor was sending to Monami?
Is it evidence that they were observing our actions and reporting to Monami?
But how would you know who the traitor is from that?
Because there's an entry written in here that only me and one other person would know.
The final dead room.
In the notebook, there was a specific entry.
Yeah. You've been in the funhouse for 3 days. Everyone's hungry and on the edge. Ezra tried to go to the final dead room today. He's probably panicking because no one believed him.
There it is. It's true. I tried to go inside the final dead room. But the only one who knew that...
If I win this life-threatening game here, I'll be able to go to the Octobomb place. That's where the exit should be. Go there, you won't find out what you're looking for.
That's right. The only person who knew that is... Chiaki. That's why Chiaki is the only person who could have possibly written about this.
There must be some mistake. I mean, if Chiaki is the traitor, what was all that time we spent with her? Was that all a lie too?
Miss Sonia.
Chiaki is... She is being controlled by Monokuma. That is why we should help her.
I'm not satisfied either. I mean, if you were the traitor, there's no way you do something so stupid when we found the bomb.
Chiaki walked over to the bomb's file saying word, took her handbook out of her pocket. Looks like it was wrong.
Now that you mention it, Chiaki immediately went to the card reader with her handbook.
She tested it out right away after being told it would only react to the traitor.
That doesn't make any sense. A traitor would be more cautious than that.
Chiaki probably knew the bomb was a fake. That's why she also knew Nagito's trap was a bluff.
Mm-hmm.
She knew? That is a mistake! That must be a mistake! Why are you saying such things? Do you really want Chiaki to be the traitor?
Of course not.
I will not believe it!
Are we doing another
I refuse to
PTA?
believe Chiaki is the traitor! There is just no way!
But then nobody will be saved.
Save it again. Yep. Oh, okay. This is the thing. Monokuma's account. Sonya's account.
Chiaki is...
What's Monokuma's account again? However, he apparently never revealed it after fact to anyone. Peeking the whole time.
When we were trying to turn off the bomb, didn't Chiaki use the card reader right away?
If she's a traitor, she would have been more cautious.
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate it.
Unless you know a whole lot about bombs, there's no way you know if it's fake just by looking at it.
Nope. Okay, so it's Sonya's account. To Sonya. Alright.
Chiaki is not the traitor.
When we were trying to turn... Didn't Chiaki use the...
If she's a traitor, she...
There's no way Chiaki would have known if that bomb was fake or not. The only person who knew it was a fake was me, when I tried to detonate.
There we go.
That's not it.
There we go.
That's not it. Sonya shouldn't have been the only one who knew it was a fake. Monami was also there when you found out the bomb at the military base wasn't real. You said so yourself.
Is that true, Miss?
Chiaki heard about it from Monami. That's why she knew the bomb was a fake.
Since I've been found out, I'll just confess. The reason I couldn't tell anyone I knew the bomb was a fake was because if I had said that, I would have had to explain how I heard about it from Monami.
I did not want to hear that.
Oliver friend.
Enough
Oliver, thank you so much
already.
for the follow. Appreciate
Please
it.
do not say another word.
Akane is mommy. I'm not allowed to say
I do
anything.
not want this anymore. I am so very tired of doubting people.
Sonya.
And just because she knew the bomb was a fake does not mean we should decide she is the traitor!
He agrees. He agrees. Hey, what's up, SP? Cisco, what are you doing here? Rebuttal showdown? Like this? Am I gonna have to use Monokuma's account?
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor! If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too!
Oh shit, what?
After all, I also knew the bomb was fake. Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence, I should be doubted too. After all, I also knew the bomb was fake.
Okay.
Even if she knew the bomb was fake, that does not prove Chiaki is the traitor. If that counts as evidence,
I do slash wildly.
I should be doubted too.
I
After
never
all,
liked this
I also knew the
version.
bomb was fake.
Rebuttal. There we go.
Knowing it was a fake isn't the problem. What matters
Did
is
you
who
forget how to
told
play
her.
this game? Yes, I did actually. It's been a year since I
What
played this
matters
game,
is
you
that
know?
she heard about it from
It
Monami.
took a year break.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma.
Oh shit. There's another one.
Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island.
Oops. Okay, that was a...
Crap!
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake.
Hope
that someone is
counterfeit?
Monokuma! Monokuma said so earlier. Cookie knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand. If so, you cannot declare that. Monami and Chiaki were working together.
That's kind of... This is really heartbreaking. No, Sword Game was not the last trial. Oh, okay, okay. There we go. So Monokuma's account is the one.
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier. Cookie knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand. If so, you cannot declare that.
No!
Monami and Chiaki were working together.
No! Why can't I hit it?
There was someone other than me and Monami.
Slash indirection. Slash the white noise, my guy. Slash the white noise, my guy. Slash the white noise, my guy. I'm gonna slash you. Fire troop bullet.
Who knew that bomb was fake? That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct? He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand. If so, you cannot declare that. Monami and Chiaki were working together.
No! No! No!
There was someone other than me and Monami who knew that bomb was fake. That someone is Monokuma. Monokuma said so earlier, correct?
My ass isn't listening.
He knows everything about this island. Monokuma probably told Chiaki that it was fake beforehand.
There we go. Okay, finally it worked.
You're right. Monokuma probably knew the bomb was a fake. But Monokuma shouldn't have told anyone either.
I wonder, if I'm gonna give you guys a hint, you should know it wasn't from the military base. Tell you the truth, the bombs there were all fakes. I know that already. You should just have said so earlier. Well, I thought if I keep it quiet for foreshadows that killing was gonna happen. That's why I wanted you just telling you for the first time. Phew, I feel relief.
That... Monokuma may have just been lying.
No, he won't lie at times like this. You already know that.
Hajime, are you going to believe Monokuma over Chiaki?
Unfortunately.
Not it.
It's just, even if Chiaki is the traitor, is it really okay to vote for her? That basically just means we have to believe in Nagito's luck.
That's not it.
Are you telling us to trust his luck? Are you telling us to entrust our lives to that bastard?
There's no way I can believe in
Jesus
Nagito.
Christ.
I'm telling you, that's not it. We shouldn't believe in Monokuma or Nagito. We have to believe in Chiaki.
Huh?
Huh?
It doesn't matter who the traitor is. Even if Chiaki is the traitor, that's not the Chiaki I know. I believe in the Chiaki who's been with us this whole time. That Chiaki is saying she wants to protect us with her life. So the only thing we can do is believe her. If we don't, nobody's going to be saved.
Damn it.
Hey, can you listen to me a little?
Can we please listen to
There's
her?
nothing to be sad about, you know? 'Cause this is different from what happened before. Unlike before, you guys don't have to stay alive by doubting someone. You guys can stay alive by believing in me.
Are you telling us to believe in you and sacrifice you? That is just too cruel.
I'm sorry.
Chiaki.
Monami, I'm sorry too. You're probably gonna get scolded by a lot of different people for this, but still, I want to protect everyone by any means. And I'm happy that I'm able to do that.
It's not up to me to decide whether that's right or wrong. However, I believe it's truly amazing that you were able to think like that. We could even call this a miracle.
Oh my god.
Hey, what have you two been talking about? Everyone's jaws are dropping, you know?
I know. It's voting time, right?
Hey,
You don't have to worry. Believe in me, and cast your vote.
Damn it! Why did it end up like this?
We do not want to talk about 4 or 5. Or 8. All that for B? You know what? That's fine. I will gladly take it. Okay, let me use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, let's continue. It's not fair. I feel the same as everyone else. There's no way I can agree to this. Emptiness? Loneliness? Sadness? But most of all, I'm ashamed of my weakness. But even so, I have to move forward. If we believe in a person who's urging us forward, then we have to start walking. And believe with as much hope as possible in what lies ahead. Wait a minute, did I... what? Zuichi. Okay, let's pick soda. Alright.
Even so.
Bum, bum, bum. Guilty. All arise. Class trial. Man, I'm pooped. Let's go ahead and announce the results. Trader from the Future Foundation and Nagito Kome is killers. Chiaki Nanami.
Damn it!
Are you serious? That was correct. The fact that Chiaki was a traitor, the fact that Nagito's crime depended entirely on his luck. Everything was true.
Damn it.
So that means that bastard managed to pull it off.
Congratulations, everyone.
Damn it.
Stupid. We're not celebrating at all.
Damn it!
Chiaki, let me ask you one more time. Are you really part of the Future Foundation? The agent of the organization that brought us to this island? Is that really your true identity?
I'm sorry I didn't tell you guys.
What?
That is...
I cannot believe it, even though I do not want to believe it. There's no choice but to believe, right?
I'm sorry.
It would have been better if I could have said it sooner, but I couldn't say it no matter what. Because I can't betray the Future Foundation. Can't betray?
What?
Even if you want to fly, you can't, right? Even if you want to swim where you please, you can't, right? It's the same for me. Due to the nature of my existence, I will never be able to betray the Future Foundation. What the heck? But in the end, you did something similar. What you did is no different from sharing your secret self. Secret yourself. You're right.
Why?
Now's not the time to be laughing.
Well?
But strangely enough, I don't have any regrets. In fact, I'm somewhat happy. I was able to think I wanted to protect everyone. That's why I feel proud of my action. You're still saying things I don't get, but if we ask you anything you're not gonna answer, alright? Like if we asked you why you were in Future Foundation stuff?
I'm sorry. That is...
Even you, if you were a traitor, you never betrayed us? Chiaki, you will always be our friend, even now. We don't blame you for this, that's why you don't need to apologize.
Yeah.
So the traitor was revealed and Chiaki lost. In the end, it all went according to Nagito's plan, huh?
Like...
About that. Was that really Nagito's goal? Is it really okay to say he was trying to find the killer and eliminate them? If so, isn't it strange? Strange?
So...
I mean, we nearly lost, right? If Chiaki hadn't said anything, we definitely would have lost. You raised a good point, that's exactly it. Even though Nagito said he would weed out the traitor, he never said he would kill the traitor. Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations, you stopped Nagito's plan. What is his plan? I mean, Nagito's plan was to review the traitor and kill everyone else besides the traitor. What?
Huh?
Kill everyone else besides the traitor?
Are
What the
serious?
fuck? That was Nagito's goal?
Huh?
Why would he do something like that? Bro, she could literally step on me and break every single one of my bones. I wouldn't mind it. For legal reasons, I cannot agree, disagree, cannot say anything. I am not saying anything at all. I can't make a text. I can't text it. Insert Chainsaw Man meme notepad. Yeah. Of all to form a plan that was only traitor would survive. Nagito's a little silly. Is that bastard really that twisted?
Nope.
It's okay. Okay, what?
Well?
It's not just Nagito's fault. If the circumstances had been different, he probably would have taken things so far.
Chiaki.
Your personality from
Perhaps.
maybe our dad and our big brother, don't you think?
Hey, come on
Our family
now.
our son, that's only ripping off Teru.
I can't
Never mention
lose.
him. Then I cannot lose to Chiaki. Just like Chiaki and everyone else, even if I know it's a fight, I cannot win.
Ay-ya!
Must try to retaliate.
Huh?
Retaliate? No way!
We'll no longer let you do as you please.
Stupid! Stop! What are you doing?
As they say, we shall die together.
Dragon Ball reference? She's so destructive?
What'd you say?
What's going on? When Kuma like died.
No, no.
I'm not dead!
Ah!
Oh, a new fucking one came out. Ooh, man, that's surprising. If I only had a spare, I would have died.
I can't.
Not yet. I'm not done. She's still alive? Hey, wait.
If I don't beat you, nobody can live in peace.
Oh, wow, and an actual good voice line.
Stop it, I say. I'm sorry. I lose. Forgive me.
And they Dragon Ball pose again. And it's gonna be another one.
Hey,
Hey, not yet. What? Right now, it's all gonna be
I
destroyed.
won't forgive you.
Of course I'm not doing it so y'all can be destroyed. I will be the one to protect my
I won't
students.
let you.
I'll protect them with my life. Is it just like Persona? This is just like Persona.
Hey, hey.
Now then, how many of you are still there? You might as well come out all at once. How many? Not that much. Just around 10 to the power of 60? Huh? What did he say?
What?
1 million?
Hmm.
1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion, 1 quadrillion. Jump ahead. 1052, 1056, and then 10 to the 60. That's 10 to the 60th power.
Hey, hey.
Sure, you have a quiet, daring spirit.
Bad.
Except I'm not joking. What are you even saying anymore? Don't you see that? See? Why are you doing this? My clones are continuously and endlessly created in the Monokuma manufacturing factory.
That's wrong.
Those were just stuffed animals. That's right. I checked them with my own hand. They're all plushies.
Damn it!
That is Novenmigdalian Monokumas? Dactylian. Novenmigdalian. So that's a lot of zeros.
Hey,
Even if it's just a plushie, as long as you give it Monokuma's personality. You can fully develop Monokuma? It's not even magic. Could it be you have already obtained that much power?
Hey, hey, hey!
Well, if you bring up magic so suddenly, we're gonna be confused. Unless you mean the magic and technology sense, we won't understand this at all.
Hey, hey.
I'm not gonna call this magic or something. I don't care how you interpret it.
in the end, even if Monami risks her life or does whatever, it doesn't matter to my army of 10 to the power of 60 strong! There's no value in that life you're risking. So how about this? This overwhelming despair! Does it make you dizzy from excitement? What's this?
How many Monomis are champion every 10 Don't say anything, I know. Let's see. You just have 10 more left, right? I know everything. I am confident with the new role.
I can't lose.
I don't give up, even if I have a chance of winning.
It's okay, Monami. Well,
It's not about giving up, you know.
let's believe in them.
Let's believe in everyone and leave the rest to them.
Right?
Damn it.
What the hell is going on? I don't know for certain, but there's one thing I can say
Please
is
listen.
Monokuma is the enemy of the Future Foundation.
Like,
So, I mean, there's another organization that's our enemy besides the Future
this
Foundation.
is bad.
We're in this situation because we're caught up in dispute between these two organizations. Okay, that's it. Let's just leave the talk till later. Because the punishment's gonna start. Hold on, just a little bit more time. To wait or not to wait, that's the question. But which will cause more despair? That's the real question. If you think about it, I know, right? There's no way I wait, but I haven't.
I'm sorry.
Hajime. Regardless, there's nothing else I could say. I'm not allowed to say anything more than what I already have.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment!
For Chiaki Nanami, the ultimate gamer.
Special bleeding service!
Ah, for Monami too?
Huh?
It's just a 2-for-1 special. Could have killed that thing anytime I wanted since she's not a student. And also, I don't need anybody that will defy me anymore.
Uh-huh.
Also, I remember now.
Sorry.
I'm an only child.
That is...
It's okay. But I'm here, it'd just be a burden anyway, and not just that. So I had to believe in everyone.
You guys, I'm sorry
I'm
about so many things. I'm sorry for lying to you. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you to the very end.
Just one last time, let me say something that makes me sound like a teacher. There's no need to be a hero. You don't have to force yourself just to make people acknowledge you. When you do that, you end up blaming yourself, blaming other people, and feeling jealous of everyone. But still, it doesn't have to be like that. Even if people don't acknowledge you, you just have to be someone that you can be proud of. 'Cause you yourself are your biggest supporter. If you can learn to love yourself, that love will continue to support you for the rest of your life. Love, love.
Oh shit.
Bye, everyone. It's okay. A shining future will always be waiting for you. It's true. It's absolutely true. 'Cause I know.
Bye-bye. Please don't forget about your teacher.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Okay. Oh, they both not Monami and Chiaki? You too, Monami. Okay. Are they in the escape room? Monami's. A tank? Music's great though. Oh. Goes to music. A tank face first? Please insert coin. Oh. Oh, that's really crazy. But also, is he destroying all the... Oh, Patman. Tetris. Oh, last one to me. That is crazy. That is the craziest execution. Until the very end, I couldn't look away from Chiaki's final moments. Without realizing it, I fall into my knees. A feeling of powerless spread throughout my body. It's over. It just had to end before I could ask what I needed to ask. Before I could say what I needed to say. Chiaki vanished before my eyes. And I couldn't even tell her, thank you. If I had said that, would she have been comforted a little? She was executed as a traitor. Would she have been comforted a little? I don't know. My chest just hurt.
I don't believe it! What? Phew.
Huh?
What does that mean?
Hey!
We can leave this island.
I shall now present.
Should announce the end of the killing school trip. For you 5 who survive up to now, I shall give you the right to graduate. Thank you for all your hard work. Are you really okay with that? What do you mean? There's still 2 days left. You're acting like your usual self. You would be setting things up for another killing happens right away. You're right. What if Monokuma changed his mind? So you said 5, like you were emphasizing that part. Does that number of people matter more than the remaining time? That's why you're saying it's the end already, even though you're still 2 days left, right?
Huh?
It matters that there are 5 people left. You're planning to make a volleyball team?
Stupid fool!
You need 6 people for volleyball. Don't stay quiet. Say something. What's your actual purpose? You're our enemy and an enemy of the enemy Future Foundation. So what's your true identity?
Hey,
The Future Foundation is the world ender, and I'll end the new world that the Future Foundation has created. Huh?
no.
But you just have to look forward to the rest of the countdown ends. Timer almost reached 0. If it reaches 0, everything will end. The Future Foundation lane plan will be nothing but total bubbles. Toilet bubbles.
Hey,
When that time comes, you will know everything. You'll see all your questions answered in one go. And then, you guys will find out yourself just how messed up the new world is.
Hey!
Huh, a new world. Don't go saying shit all of a sudden.
Yep.
Well, just think of the remaining 2 days until the countdown reaches 0 as a bonus. While you're at it, you should enjoy your life on this tropical island to the fullest, because once you leave this island, your hopeless lives map back home will be waiting for you. Uncle and Bushra's laugh carried for what felt like forever. Our question, our worries, our sadness were simply ignored. Our laughter just kept going forever. For what we did afterwards, honestly, it doesn't matter. I returned to my college for the time being and fell asleep. After I woke up, my will to move my body didn't come. That's why I didn't look back on everything that happened till now. I still don't think of what's going to happen. Just keep praying like nothing else will happen. Rolled deep in my sheets as if I was trying to hide. Is it the next day? Yeah, so the days are going by. I didn't get all the hidden Monokuma. That is correct. I did see a lot. And I did see a lot on the scenes where we're just about to leave. It made me sad. Heard Monokuma's announcement, I guess that isn't needed anymore. Is everything really gonna end? What is everything anyway? Just how much is everything? If we leave this island, is everything going to be end? Still so much we don't know. Our school memories, the Future Foundation, Hope's Peak Academy, Monokuma's true purpose. Can we really end this? Turn go back on our lives? Not just that. If we're really leaving, then where are we going? To Hope's Peak Academy? That was my last night at Jabberwock Island. At a pace where everything was worried didn't even matter, everything was about to end. Here it is. Here it goes. 1 minute left. Oh, 8 hours left. My bad. So 9 hours left? 8 hours, 55 minutes. I feel like I had a fun dream somewhere. I think it was about my childhood. Because of that, I was able to face the day with somewhat happier feeling than usual. That's right, it's the last day. According to Monokuma. Suddenly my body shuddered. When I opened my eyes, I was gripped by a fear that I would never felt before. I feel like I've been abandoned by this world. Completely, utterly alone. Nobody left and silent. Kazuchi, Fuyuhiko, Akane, Sonia. Like everyone was gone, I couldn't find them anywhere. I suddenly couldn't believe in anything. Like everything in this world was nothing but lies. Ah! I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape the fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. I rushed out of the cottage, desperate to escape that fear. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck?
Hello there.
What the fuck? Okay, and thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a good stream. I'll see you guys 2 weeks from now. We'll take a break next week. In terms of Danganronpa, maybe I might stream Mario Kart World when that comes out. But yeah, I'll see you on Saturday, maybe Sunday. Who knows? I'm kind of fucking up. I'm fucking with you guys. Time? What do you mean? What?
Well?
Huh?
Yep.
Watch until after the class trial?
Perhaps.
As a whale? Yeah, at the restaurant. Let's watch together. So we're going to talk about how she's right there. Pat. Alright, Fatso, you're good. Yeah, what about it? What about it? What about these nuts? Hey, you're late. Is it true? Naito really left another message? Yeah, before Miss Sonia thanked her, she was the one who found it. I was going on for a walk with Gundam's hamster, and I found out when I stopped by the factory.
Listen well.
What the fudge? Gundam? Coincidence, you say? Oh, this is the werewolf casualty gyrating you.
Huh?
Why would Miss Sonia be going for a walk with Gundam? Never allowed it.
Damn right.
Am I like, are we getting like overwritten with our memories or something? Yeah, you're right.
I wonder who's watching this message.
Right, it looks like ended the way I hoped it would work. Huh? Ended the way he hoped it would work?
Damn it. Hey!
You try to make them survive the trial? Byakuya! I mean, the Sonya stuff taken care of for Dark Day. I actually couldn't imagine that would be the part. But anyways, back to Byakuya.
How unfortunate.
Unfortunately, I guess I lost. The outcome is the complete opposite of what I hope. I believed in. Well, not that matters for me anymore. I mean, no matter what the outcome is, it doesn't matter.
Now
Drop out like me. Now then, let's push this means the introduction aside and get down to business. Since I don't know who was talking to, I'm going to speak so that both sides will understand. First of all, you might be wondering why I did what I did. Well, I just took action after talking about it for so long. The special prize of the final deadline allowed me to learn a certain truth. It would be troublesome if everyone found out, so I already disposed that page. But anyway, I was totally surprised. I mean, what? Future Foundation trader must have known that truth all along. Hello? And so I was able to learn the truth about this world and resolve to take action immediately. I should have made fun of Hajime. Deep down, I always wanted to become a protagonist myself. What is going on here? Now that I know the truth, as I look back on one of his actions, I started to see what he was planning. By giving us information about the island's mystery and Future Foundation, he's raising all your hopes. Only so he can lead you to unimaginable despair. Plus, he was trying to show that despair to someone. Perhaps that's someone it is. Seriously pissing me off Ellen 1C entity believe something odd, like this is only happy, it's happy ors. Jeez, what a hopeless truth. Who is Monokuma's true identity? How could they come up with a plan like that? That's enough reflecting for the past. Let's talk about the future now. If you want to escape Monokuma's plan, there's a specific place you need to go. The key to enter that place is that message you found at the Nizumi Castle. Future to all subjects.
Well,
Normally you need to allow a bunch of steps to enter that place, but since that message gets rid of those steps, you can think of it as an Easter egg or something. Probably left by someone other than Monokuma or Monmi. That has nothing to do with me. You guys don't think your negotiator something will stop it? Don't stop. I just until my plan came out again, but I guess now is the time to announce it, right? So then I'll announce the password. No fucking way. No fucking way. Is this some twisted joke? Leave my action become a foundation in this world, so if it really happens, praise me. That's all I was going to accomplish. Erect a bronze statue of me. Respect me.
Please call me the ultimate hope.
Aww. Forget my hero.
Hey,
I think let's go before the countdown reaches 0. These are... What up? What's cherry blossoms? What the hell's going on?
yeah.
You are a boy, right?
Oh, fucking Mahiru. I'm unreliable to be freaked out like that. You hear a man, aren't you? Nekomaru.
I'm gonna do it!
Let's go inside. Mikan.
Thanks.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
Dumbass!
Your master.
Peko.
Shut up. This is your leader's order.
Believe the hope that lies beyond this point. This is your leader's order. Oh, it's Ibuki. Is she oinking? Oh. Get the fuck out of here.
In the name of my family.
Hajime.
11037.
It's gonna be fine.
037. Open. Are we back in Hope's Peak? And then we get killed. Why is it all... Oh, even the text screens are black. Holy crap. What is going on? The final trial?
Is this a trial ground? But why am I at a trial ground?
It sure looks like a trial ground, but the vibe is way different than the one from before.
By the way,
Huh?
where did everyone
Oh, everyone
go?
was manipulated.
Everyone?
Something's wrong. What did I do? No, that's not it. That's not the weird one. I'm not the weird one. What's really weird is this world? The bomb. Oh no, the bomb's gonna explode. What's it gonna do? Kablooey? What is up with this distortion of reality? It's like reality itself was just broken. Stage clear? Chapter 5, Smile at Hope in the Name of Despair, and what is going on to be continued? Gamer's backpack. Chapter 0, heading to school trip. Alright, let's... Now, your choice if you want to continue now. Let's go for 5 minutes. Was actually shaking rather intensely. The room I was in, shaking from side to side. The shaking was quite regular, just when you thought it was a series of small shakes. This is not 5 minutes? Okay, let's go to the first part when we find out everything that happened. I've steadied myself on my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was uncomforting. Or thought not knowing what to expect could be so fun, so I was feeling rather excited. I figured I'd get bored of feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who loved by talent, detecting among irregularities won't be that difficult. How boring. Nagito! Do you like ships? Her voice, it was clear, distracting me. Looked like you're having so much fun, that's why I assume. You like ships, right? Ships? This is a ship. You just realize that now? It's really funny. Hey, if you want, care to talk a little bit? The silence was staring before me. A friendly smile, but under that skin, I detect a foul, offensive odor, like some sort of huge slime. Sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a small exclusive to those who are already finished. I'm Nagito Komayeda. It's been a while since anyone willing to talk to me, so to share a room with a person like me. Lucky? Ah, so this is your talent then. What a born talent. Born talent, huh? Well then, what exactly it is. But for someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly, that's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I possess a talent boring as luck? Possess? So I get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from Hope Peak Academy too, right? So you're one of us? That's weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. You're not... You're not Hajime? Terrible at making conversations. Not you. This world. World is full of boring people. People who lack the talent to stick together and oppose those who possess talent, even though they're not insignificant. They don't even try to acknowledge their superior. Found desperate, dragging down to their level. Faster this world comes with a deadlock. The world has stopped evolving. How boring. The world is shaped by will of majority that makes them depends. Who lacks talent, that's why we're in our present situation. And perhaps that's why if there ain't anything to do, that's why you're here. That's why my teachers taught me that certain degree of selections must be performed. My expectation for you, huh? It's completely different from me. But why are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can do, right? So using people as a talent too. Now it's my turn to use that person just as they used me in the past. Ultimate despair? You have it with me, the contribution that person left to me, even now, the rest in my pockets. Definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking to someone as amazing as you. Then will I be able to see her again? Maybe see the person I hate with every file of my being again? This time will I be able to kill her this time? The person I hate so much? Hate? Then explain it in your head. Explain your hand. What the fudge? Yeah, what is up with your hand? What is going on? The music as well. Huh? Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. For this one, we seem to get along pretty well. Can I see you again? What is going on? Oh. Is this the class trial door? Or the principal's office door? This is the school door. To the class. Huh? From the beginning, when you open it up. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial and how I ended up here. It's just like before, when we were all gathered in the classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. Where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? Oh, hell no.
Ahem, ahem. Testing, testing. Mic
Oh,
check
my
1, 2.
lord.
This is a test of the school broadcast. Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
Speak Academy. And this is where we're gonna stop. Zero and 6. Island life. Deadly life.
Danganronpa.
Anything new with Magical Girl? She died. Nothing. So, any questions? Yes, but no. We'll get those questions answered sometime.
Danganronpa.
I hope. Alright. Alright, let's just end it here. There's so many questions I have. Am I gonna finish next week? I don't think so. Switch 2 comes out next week, so it depends if I get the Switch or not. On delivery on time. I might just stream Mario Kart. Most likely I'm streaming on the second week of June. I will do the final chapter. We'll do everything in one go. According to E and T-Bass and Carl, they want me to do it in one. What the Sigma? But yeah. Alright, I'll stop the streaming part. Oh, no one to raid. No one to raid. Alright guys. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. I'll upload a VOD soon. Goodbye.